first exercise in chapter 14 of Violinworks Book 2 is playing a simple melody by ear, first of all in first position and then in third position. This is good exercise because you don't have to worry about reading music. You can just practice playing in third position, just using your ears to check that the notes are in tune. So the melody that I've used in this book is the first 8 bars of Matterkins. So now I'm going to play the same tune, but I'm going to play it in E major, starting on first finger E on the D string. So the melody is exactly the same, but I've got high third finger G sharps, and I'm going to use my fourth finger as well. And you can do the same thing on the A string. Starting on different first finger notes, just to make sure that you really know the melody well and that you can play it anywhere. You can play it starting on an E flat on the D string. Or on first finger A on the G string. You've got that completely under your fingers and you can play it starting on any first finger note you choose. Shift your hand into third position, so find third position G on the D string. Make sure your hand position is correct. Your thumb should be opposite the base of the first finger, more or less. Your wrist should be nicely in line with the forearm. Your fingers should be hovering over the strings, so we don't want the hand like this. We want the fingers over the strings, and we don't collapse the wrist against the body of the neck. We just keep a nice open space, bit of space between the neck, but also be careful not to push the wrist back. So, check our first note, make sure it's in tune with the open string, make sure your fingers are nicely over the strings, ready to play, and then we'll play the same melody in third position. Try the same thing on the A string. Play third finger D in first position. Shift your hand into third position. Check your note with the open D string below. And when you're happy with the tuning, just double check your hand position. Make sure your thumb is opposite the base of your first finger. Got a nice straight line there between the back of your hand and your forearm, so not collapsing the wrist or pushing it back. Make sure your fingers are over the strings, and then try playing the same bit of melody. repeat the exercise on the G string and on the E string as well. So when we do this tune on the G string, we start off by finding a C in first position with our third finger, and then we shift into third position and play the C with the first finger. Obviously you can't check this note with the open string below because we don't have an open C string. So you just need to listen extra carefully to this note to make sure it's in tune. And make sure that you move your elbow under the violin far enough so that your fingers are nicely over the strings when you're playing on the G string. So that all your fingers should be over the strings, and again, your first finger, base of your first finger, and your thumb should be opposite each other. Try this with some other tunes. You could try Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, play it in first position first of all, starting on a third finger note, either third finger G on the D string or third finger D on the A string. And so on, and then do the same thing in third position. Find the note, find your starting note, which is a G, and then so on. So try a few little simple tunes and see if you can work out how to play them in first position and then in third position.